Pisces, what's up, y'all? What is good? What's happening? What it do? It is bonus time. So what I'm looking for is details, situations, or scenarios that didn't make it into any of the other readings this month. Now, if any of you need a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. I also have a link right here in the description of the video. The most popular choice are my new general personal readings. Probably just because they're so cheap, but I think they're efficient and easy, and you ain't got to ask me nothing, you ain't got to tell me nothing. You just click what you want read and let me do the rest. Also, I just officially announced that the weekly live readings are back now. I know we stepped back and took a quiet little break without announcing it. We had to have a little break. It's been busy. We've been really busy with life and work and everything else, and now we're all good, so it's back on now. So again, you can pre-order anytime throughout the week on my website, and again, you can read about that in the description on my website. The link is right down there in the description. All right, let's jump into this. I'm starting this off with the current long-term partner. So, if you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship, but the two of you are not having any problems, this is not for you. Let's see what's happening, man, between Pisces and the current person. Current long-term partner. Okay, Seven of Wands reversed. That looks good so far. But the Ten of Wands is upright. Okay, got some back and forth going on here. It's looking like there's an effort being made here, but there's still something that's missing. There's still something that doesn't quite feel right. You know, even though there is effort being made, it still just kind of feels like you all are repeating a karmic cycle. And this is the first spread. It's just a general overview, but there may be some trust issues, potentially some sneaky shady shittiness going on, possibly. Let's get some good vibes in the air real quick here. Check this shit out, man. Pumpkin fucking spice, bro. Recommended to me by my good buddy Steve McGrew. Yeah, he's my comedian friend. I used to watch him on TV all the time when I was a teenager, and then somehow he ended up becoming a fan of my work. So I like to go see him when he's in town or nearby. And he recommended that incense, and it was a good fucking choice. If you like the fall shit, pumpkin spice, I'm a sucker for that shit, man. I love all holiday stuff. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I love it all. And I don't care what anybody motherfucking says, 'tis the goddamn season, bro. Yup. Yeah. All right. Okie dokie. All right. Well, I don't really know what else I can say about this. Okay. I would say that it looks like things are trying to lean in a positive direction. It does. But everything that... See, when we got back and forth energy here, right? This Chariot reversed, Ace of Wands upright, that kind of reminds me of two cars with their rear bumpers tied together driving in opposite directions, you know? So, some of you dealing with a Cancer. I also have Leo. Okay, could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, I got Aries hiding in there too. Okay, all right, let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. Current long-term relationship Pisces is dealing with. Okay, Knight of Swords. Okay. Looks like they're at least wanting to try to improve communication. Ooh, got that moon card. So it could be a fellow Pisces for some of you, but kind of feeling like this person keeps a lot of their thoughts and feelings and whatnot to themselves. A whole lot. But then at the same time, they want to improve communication. So what kind of paradox is that, you know? That's kind of the opposite of improving communication. You know? I don't know. I think this person's nervous, you know, scared of a worst case scenario. I think they actually got some trust issues of their own, to be honest with you, I think. I would say so. Honestly, it just feels like I don't even know if this person knows exactly what the hell they want. At this point, this individual's energy looks very lost and confused. You know, it's almost like this person, how do I even say this? It's like they're in love with the idea of a relationship, you know? I wish I could think of a good example. Okay, here's an example. One question that I get from time to time is, will I ever be married? Right? And I'm not going to lie, when I get that question, it kind of rubs me the wrong way sometimes. Wait a minute. So being married, that's all you're looking for? That's all you want? That's all you want? You didn't ask me, will I attract my divine life partner? Will I be in a happy, healthy, successful relationship? Will I have a happy marriage? You said, will I ever get married? Because they have an idea in their mind. The finish line in their mind is putting the ring on and saying, I do. Any fucking Joe Blow or Jane Doe can stick a goddamn ring on your finger. People fucking do it every day, and it turns out to be a toxic, disgusting shit show. Is that all you're wanting? Is just to be married? You know? So similarly, that's when somebody just is in love with an idea in their mind. You know? Now, a wedding and a marriage are two totally different fucking things. Two totally different things. So, similarly, this individual has the idea of a relationship in their mind, and what comes to my mind when I see this is like the Ten of Cups tarot card. You know that? Let me see if I can find it here. Every time you need a card, it's always on the bottom of the fucking deck. Oh, no. The universe is going to prove me wrong this time. So, that right there is the picture-perfect idea of a relationship, you know? Oh, happily ever after, you know? And so I have the idea of the Ten of Cups in my mind. But when it comes to building a bridge between this reality and this fantasy, I have no fucking clue what the hell I'm doing. No fucking clue. So, I don't think they have bad intentions. And it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. I think they're starting to get a little bit jaded and depleted. And their prognosis is starting to become bleak. And they're trying to shut that out and not think about it, but it's getting there, you know. Okay, I don't think they want this to come to an end, though. I'll say that much. I don't think so. But at the same time, they don't feel the strongest connection that they used to in the world. Could be a Gemini for some of you. Who do I got here? I got Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, Aries. Again, could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, well, I think y'all are going to be holding this together for the foreseeable future. So let's just grab some advice. What's the advice? Advices for Pisces. Whoops, that deck's getting a 2, dude. I can't read with that. We'll see if it wants to read for me here in a minute. How about this one? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, dadgummit. See, here's the hard part. And I know I'm very open about this, and I say this a lot, but this is my least favorite thing to read. My least favorite thing to read, man. That's why sometimes I procrastinate it and put it off till the very last, you know. It's because of the energy that we're reading through is so heavy. We're talking years and years of karmic energy and repeated cycles. And it's just heavy energy you have to work through reading a situation like this. So when we get to this point in the game where it's been years and years of repeating the same cycle, somebody has to put an end to the cycle. Somebody got to. Preferably, well, I'm not even going to go there. Somebody has to put an end to the cycle. Somebody has to step back and just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm not playing the game of arguing with you anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to play the complaining game anymore. It is what it is. You is who you is. This is what this is. I'm just going to step back and just say, fuck it, and accept it. This is what it is. I'm not going to complain no more. I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to argue with me because the sky is fucking orange, okay, you're right. The sky is orange, pink, blue, whatever. You're right, whatever. Not arguing with you. I'm not playing that game. Not doing it. Step back and just release. Just release. Just disengage. Just disengage completely altogether. Much easier said than done. But something has to be done to break the cycle. Somebody has to. Because if we want to talk about energy mechanics, once a vibrational apparatus turns into chaos. Now chaos is a very specific energetic anomaly that once it crosses the line and it becomes chaos, there's nothing you can do with chaos. Nothing you can do with it. Once it crosses the line into pure chaos, all you can do is step away from it. That's all you can do. All you can do. And it's hard because it wants to suck you in. You know, the more logic you try to bring to the table, the less sense it makes. The more you try to argue with it, the harder it's going to fight against you. You know, you push hard, it's going to push back harder. All you can do is step away from it. It's all you can do. And that can take some time. It can take some time. Now, this is hard when if the person you're dealing with is the primary antagonist, then it gets hard. Then it gets real hard, right? If every time you walk in the door, they're starting an argument with you, you know, no matter what I say, you turn it into an argument. No matter what I do, you turn it into an argument. Even if everything is fucking perfect, you'll invent a reason to argue with me. You'll start a fight with me over the toilet paper roll being on backwards. Then this approach doesn't really work. If you got that person that's just constantly coming at you for every little fucking thing. This approach doesn't really work. When you're dealing with somebody like that, I'm sorry, but nothing you do will ever be good enough. It starts off because you're always leaving your cup on the counter. That's what it starts off with. And then you start picking your cup up. Well, now that little emotional trigger needs something to feed off of. So they're going to look for something else, right? Now it's because you didn't fold the towels right. You start folding the towels right. Now that emotional trigger needs something else to feed off of. So it's going to find something. If somebody is like that and they have that trigger that needs to be fed by something, it's going to desperately search for something to feed it until that person can go inside and admit to themselves, I am a fucking fucked up human being and I need to fix this problem. There's nothing you can do. In that case, if you're dealing with a person like that, at some point, it's going to be time to boot, scoot, and boogie. Just saying. Just saying. If you've ever been in one of them relationships, or I think some of you are, or you get in trouble for fucking breathing. You think I'm fucking exaggerating. You think I'm playing with you. Oh, there's people out, them sick, fucked up people that have that deep-seated, deep-rooted issue in there. They will find anything they can. How you breathe, how you walk, how you talk, how you eat. Anything. Any fucking thing. Ain't nothing you can do with that. Only thing you can do is walk away. If you can't get them to go inside and admit to themselves, I got a fucking problem, the only thing you can do is walk away from that. Been there. Been there. Can't do nothing with that. All right. Let's see what's going on with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single Pisces. Let's see. Anything else we can tell you? Anything important? Uh-oh, what jumped out here? King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles reversed is not a very reliable individual. I'll say that much. Oh! That card look familiar? Why does that keep coming up? It almost feels like somebody is trying to bring drama into this situation. And I can't help it, but it feels like a past person, somehow, some way bringing drama into this situation. Anytime I read a new person, or I'm sorry, a new connection or potential new connection, past energy always fucking comes up. So somebody's trying to sabotage this. Well, let's just speak generally. Somehow, some way, past energy is creating a blockage here. Somehow, some way. Now, is this some jealous, salty ex that's trying to sabotage this? Maybe. I don't know. Is it this person's ex that they're hoping to get back with, or they're on and off with? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there I think is a major blockage here that has to do with past energy. And that's all I can really say about this. Let's see how they feel about you. How does this person feel about Pisces universe? They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They don't know who they want. They don't know what to think. They don't know how they feel. Two of Swords. Boom. Page of Swords reversed. Two of Cups reversed. I don't know. I don't know. See, this person doesn't know. Okay, so the Two of Swords is about being indecisive. Having a decision to make. I don't know if I should make this decision or this decision. They don't know if they want to be single or if they want to be in a relationship. They don't know. They don't know. I do think they have some feelings for you, though. I think they got some feels for you. They got an interest. But at the same time, they don't know what they want to do. And yes, they are having a difficult time moving on from their last relationship. And afraid of getting hurt again. afraid of getting abandoned again. They're still holding on to a lot of that I'm a victim energy, you know, and I'm not saying that they are or they're not. Maybe they are, but they're still holding on to that energy. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but even if you are a victim clinging to that energy, well, that'll hold you back. Let's just put it like that. That'll hold you back. Okay, so, all right, let's grab some advice. I done blabbed for too fucking long, didn't I? Let's get some advice. What advice do we have for Pisces? Do-do-do-do-do. Boom-boom. Do-do-do-do-do. Boom-boom. Boom-boom-boom-boom-boom. A decision needs to be made one way or the other. And when a decision needs to be made, that means that no decision being made is a decision being made by default. And it's probably not the decision that we want to be made, but it is what it is, right? So that means either we're doing this or we're not. And if you don't know, that means we're not. It's that simple. You know, especially those of you who have been dealing with somebody that's been stringing you along for fucking months. It blew my mind because with my general personal readings that I do, there will be, some of them have a little questionnaire in there. And when you pick your current love interest, one of the questions is, does this person know you're interested in them? And then it'll say, yes. How long have you been dealing with this person? 9 months, sometimes 1 year. I have seen that so many fucking times come across my desk in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck? This person knows you're interested in them. And this has just been lingering in limbo for 9 months. That's not good. That ain't good. That ain't a good sign right there now. Ain't a good sign right there. So, for those of you who have been spinning in circles with this person for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, time for a fucking decision to be made. That's a fairly normal piece of go-to advice that comes out for situations like this. But it reaches a certain point where what else are we going to do? How long should I have to wait before I know where a connection is going? You know? You all heard me say this a million times. I don't want to keep beating this drum to death, but maybe for the new faces out there, how long should I have to wait? If you were the one fucking person the universe picked for me, would I have to sit around and wait for fucking months? With you knowing that I want you. If you know I want you, answer me this. You know I want you. Why would you just let that linger? Why would you do that? Because you don't want me, right? If you wanted me, would you let that linger knowing I want you to? No, you wouldn't. Nobody would. That's not the way we fucking roll. So I'm thinking that you have an opportunity around the corner that this is serving as an energetic blockage that's preventing something much fucking better from coming in. Much better. But you can't release it until you're ready. That's the thing. I can't tell you to just release something. It don't work that way. You have to be ready to release it. So Just know that. Just know that if you can find it in yourself to make the decision that you know needs to be made, regardless of how it feels, that's a level up. And potentially 1 year from today, you could be looking back on this person laughing your ass off like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe I wanted that person. Thank you, universe, for not giving me what I thought I wanted, right? You'd be looking at the person you're with a year from now, like, oh shit, I was this close to getting stuck with that fuckwad. You know? To me, that's one of my top 3 favorite feelings in the world. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I love that feeling. I get high on it. Happens to me at least 2 or 3 times a month, where I'll be like scrolling social media and Facebook will be like, people you may know. And every now and then it'll be somebody that 15 years ago, oh, I wanted so fucking bad. I wanted this person so fucking bad. And now it's like, ooh, what if I would have got what I thought I wanted? Ooh, I'd be stuck with that right now. Ooh, thank you, universe. Thank you. I wish I could just hop in a time machine and go back and talk to my little young ass self and be like, don't you fucking trip about none of these people that you tripping about right now. That is not gonna last fucking long. It's gonna age like milk. Hey, that's just how I am. I love that feeling. It happens to me at least 2 or 3 times a month. And I have a feeling that's gonna happen for a lot of you too. Much sooner than you think. Much sooner. You don't have to wait 15 years. But 15 years later, it feels even better, I'm telling you. It feels even better. All right, now, let's see if there's anything else we can tell you about the person from the past. Past person. Anything we missed? Anything else important Pisces needs to hear? Anything changed? Bum 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 bum. I think. I don't know. And again, more back and forth energy. More back and forth energy. So if this and this wasn't here, I would say I think communication's coming in. But I don't think it is. But I do think this person is contemplating communicating with you. They're starting to realize that they made a mistake. I think they're starting to realize that. Starting to realize that the grass was not greener on the other side. And if it was, it's because it was fertilized with bullshit. And they're contemplating, you know. But, of course, they're not going to let you. Oh, they don't want you to know that. Oh, no, they don't want you to know that. Oh, they going to play it off, you know. If you go peep what they got going on social media, you know, they're doing what everybody else is out there doing and pretending that they're having the time of their life and, you know, pretending that they're living it up. Because for some reason in today's world, people would rather everyone think they're doing well and be doing horrible than to actually be doing well and nobody know about it, you know? So I don't really think any action's happening. Mainly because of this. But they're contemplating it. They're looking for the right opportunity, I think. Waiting for the right opportunity. Let's see if we can dig their feelings up a little bit deeper. Yeah, they pretty much convinced that you forgot that they existed. Okay, this is random. Bunch of miscellaneous and mixed messages here. I'm just going to have to throw them out. This doesn't really come to a solid point. I'm just going to throw them out there. So first of all, for some reason, I don't know if this person has legitimate reason to feel this way or if they're just projecting, but for some reason they are convinced that you forgot they existed. Now, for those of you wondering whether or not this person learned their lesson, no, they did not. Do they realize they made a mistake? Yes, but did they learn their lesson? That's a totally different. Those are two completely different things, right? For example, when somebody gets busted drinking and driving and they're sitting in jail, do they realize they made a mistake? Yeah. What are they going to do next time they get out? They're probably going to get behind the wheel and drink and drive again, right? So realizing you made a mistake is one thing, but learning your lesson is another. I'm not going to rip all that apart. That'll take fucking a half hour. For those of you wondering whether or not this person has really genuinely had a change of heart, not really. They're still very focused on themselves, you know? So when it all comes down to it, this is the type of person who's sorry, not because what they did was wrong. They're sorry that there was a consequence, right? There's two different types of I'm sorry. This is another reason why, you know how stupid it is to demand an apology from someone? You ever hear people do that? I demand an apology. That is the dumbest goddamn thing. An apology is an expression of an emotion, right? That is expressing a feeling. And the feeling is, I am sorry, right? Being sorry, that is a feeling that you have to feel. Demanding an apology is demanding that somebody feel the way you want them to feel. Or are you just demanding that I lie to you? Because what if I'm not fucking sorry? I'm supposed to say it anyways? What the fuck does that solve? So which is it? Do you really think you can demand that I feel the way you want me to feel? Or are you knowingly demanding that I lie to you and say that I'm sorry when I'm fucking not? Which is it? See what I'm saying? Humans are so retarded. Anyway, there's two types of apologies. There's two types of feeling sorry, right? There's the apology where you're like, damn dog, I'm a piece of shit human being. I can't fucking believe I did that. That is wrong of me. I can't believe I stole from that store, dude. That business owner, he probably worked his whole life just to put that little rinky-dink corner store together, and here I am stealing fucking candy bars from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a piece of shit. I can't do that. And your conscience is eating at you. That's being sorry. It's not being sorry when you get caught and you say, I'm sorry, but if you could get away with it, you would do it again. No, that's not being sorry. See what I'm saying? So this is one of those types of things where they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar and they don't feel sorry because what they did was wrong. They're sorry that they got caught and they're sorry that there was a consequence, right? So that's that. All right. Okay, let's just get some advice here, man. Let's get some advice. Advice for Pisces. I'm working on mastering the old man whistle. Oh, what deck do I want to use, dude? There's this one fucking deck that I've been wanting to buy all year, and I keep procrastinating. I don't know why. I haven't bought a new deck in months. I haven't even put any decks on eBay this year, have I? I usually do it at least once a year. Maybe I'll do that near the holidays, maybe. All right. Nope, this deck's getting a 2. God damn it, come on now. How about this one? Good old Tarot Vintage. One of my favorites. What's the advice for Pisces? 8 of Pentacles. Okay, well, I hate it when this comes out like this. And I've been having to say some rendition of this same advice to a lot of signs over, well, July and August. Let's see if I can figure out a different way of wording it. I'll put it to you like this. If you do initiate communication with this person, it may be a frustrating process, but I would give it about a 90% chance that a reconciliation attempt is going to happen. It may not be right away. It may be something that spans on over the course of a couple of months. But if you was to reach out to this person right now when you click off this video, I would give it about a 90% chance that before 2025 is over, a reconciliation attempt is going to be made. If a reconciliation attempt is made, I can tell you that you're just going to step right back on the same boat you jumped off of. It might look and sound good for the moment, you know, which is usually how reconciliations happen. We come back together. I'm telling you all the things you want to hear. You're telling me all the things I want to hear. And everything looks really, really good because we're both leading with our best foot forward. And then once they reel you in and they cut the line, they take the hook out your mouth and you're on the boat and they're confident that you're on the boat and you're there to stay. Boom, right back to what it once was. Right back. You pick up right where you left off. And sometimes we have to go through that. Sometimes we have to. Hopefully, though, you can figure out when it's appropriate to draw the line. Hopefully. I know a couple that's been going on and off for 15 years. And one of them is a Pisces, actually, come to think of it. Yeah. One of the people in this relationship I'm talking about is a Pisces. They've been going on and off for 15 years. And every time it's the same thing. It loops around, just keep doing the same thing. And you can't tell them nothing. Can't tell them nothing. Everybody tries, everybody has, everybody's told them. It's to a point where every single person who knows these people, they just step back and watch it. You know, it's just like watching the same soap opera on rerun. You know, 15 fucking years. So just know that it doesn't take long for a cycle or a pattern to form. Just know that. Just know it doesn't take long for somebody to keep making the same mistake before that mistake becomes a choice. Ask yourself, how many times does a person make the same mistake before that mistake becomes a decision? All right, we all make mistakes. Come on now. None of us are perfect. We all fuck up. But where's the line between mistake and decision? Ask yourself that. How many times does a person have to show me who they are before I accept the fact that that's who you are and not the idiosyncratic picture that I have painted in my imagination. How many times does a cycle have to repeat itself before I accept the fact that this cycle is going to continue repeating itself until I put an end to it? Just questions that you want to ask yourself. You won't be ready until you're ready, right? And it's better off that you don't take advice until you're ready. Because I got news for you. If I was to just tell you to walk away from this person, and you just do it because you trust me, you don't really fully understand why you should, but you trust me, right? That's not going to help you. That ain't going to help you. You know what you're going to do? You're going to attract the same demon in a different skin suit with the next person you meet. And you're going to keep repeating it. You're going to keep doing it until you learn, until you are able to look at this decision yourself and say, I'm better than that. I'm not going to continue disrespecting myself by subjecting myself to this bullshit anymore. There's two paths ahead of you, and they're both painful. The path of change and the path of staying the same. They both suck. But the path of change, or the pain of the path of change, is temporary. The pain of the path of staying the same is permanent. Some people would rather endure the permanent pain of staying the same because it's predictable. You know? If your average person was given the choice to go through two different types of pain, one very predictable pain that you've experienced your whole life, or one very unfamiliar pain that's very temporary and you only go through it for a temporary period of time, your average person would rather live in permanent, predictable pain than leap out into the unknown and go through some traumatic, painful, scary shit that's completely unknown and unpredictable, even though it's only temporary, you know? So, hey, it's all in who you are. It's all in how you see things, you know? So, all right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Pisces family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you, Miss Lidaway, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. And thank all of you for tuning in and playing along and showing love, support, and positive feedback. That's what makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all